As an elementary teacher, keeping the kids safe during severe weather is as important as keeping them safe during any other time. And we try to be prepared, and the more information we can get where we need to put our kids, keep them safe, that's what we want to do. And Dan has been great with that. He helped us receive a weather bug station, which is on top of our school. It gives us real-time data, and we sure appreciate Mr. Skoff. He's been a great help to our school.
Dan Skoff, weeknights at 5, 6, and 10.
Earlier, but you may just be joining us. Chief Meteorologist Dan Skoff is out in Pea Ridge right now at the Marvins on North Curtis Avenue. He is programming weather radios. You know, they can be pretty tricky to figure out the county and the alerts you want on it. So he's there right now getting to know all of you and programming those radios for you. So if you can't move up to the Pea Ridge, then you can go out tomorrow in Fayetteville, and here he is right now. So Dan, how's it going out there?
Gina, it's a beautiful day. You know, the camera turned on and everybody's scattered except for this gentleman right in here. This, by the way, is Bob Raines. He's a fellow Packer backer. Go Pack Go, right, Bob?
That's it. Go Packers.
All right. Well, we're in Pea Ridge. We're in front of Marvin's, and we're programming weather radio. So why'd you come out here today?
I came out with the weather box to get it programmed. We never could get it programmed. These gentlemen have come out and the community to go ahead and program anybody that comes by. Please come by and get those programmed. It's so very important.
And it's a little tricky, isn't it, when you're programming that weather radio? You have a lot of different buttons to hit, and so what have you seen when we've been programming the weather radio? It's a little bit of a complicated process.
It is a complicated process. My advice would be come out, meet the crowd, bring your weather box, and get them up to date. It's very important.
All right, you got any future predictions for the 2014 football season with the NFL?
With the NFL? Is there any other?
Is there any doubt? Packers all the way. Thank you so much, Bob. I appreciate it. Yeah, again, we are at the Marvins. We're at the Marvins in Curtis and Pea Ridge. There's free hot dogs just right over here in the corner. Also free pop, free soda. And so come on out. We also got Joshua Myers, one of our storm spotters. He's here. He's been programming the weather radio. So come on out. We'll be here till about 7 o'clock. Get your weather radio program free and set it and forget it so you don't have to worry. And, Gina, there are some storm chances next week as well, as you'll talk about in the forecast.
Yes, we sure will. And
even our own Dan Skoff and Fox 24's Brad Reed out there today ringing the bells to help fundraise for the Salvation Army with a little friendly competition. Take a look.
Merry Christmas to you.
Look at all that money.
Thank you so much.
Merry Christmas to you.
Thanks for all you do with the weather, Dan. We really appreciate it.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a Merry Christmas.
It should have been a little warmer than this.
Oh, ho, ho. Salvation Army, appreciate you.
What happened to the sun?
I don't know.
Cloud cover is pretty abundant right now.
I'm getting as much pins as money today.
I know. It should be warmer out here.
Humbug, thank you so much.
You got to get bundled up, don't you? I agree. Like, get inside quick. Thank you, sir.
Have a good day.
Thank you so much.
God bless you. Merry Christmas.
God bless you, and Merry Christmas as well.
We're filling that thing up good today. Very generous. I appreciate it.
God bless you.
God bless you, too.
Love it. All right. Together, the guys raised more than $1,500. Dan Skoff, whew, thanks in large part to one very generous donation. He raised more than $1,000. Brad, more than $300. But hey, it's all for a good cause, and together they were making a difference.
But I am joined by Zach Kent in the Weather Center. Zach, I appreciate you being here.
You're welcome.
And here's the deal. We had a little wager for the Groundhog Storm, Super Bowl Sunday, and the over-under, keeping with the football theme, was 1.5 inches. It snowed over 1.5 inches at Drake Field, which is what we determined was the official measuring site. Then I would get $500 to the charity of my choice. But if it snowed under 1.5 inches, which was a lot of the earlier forecasts, except I was pretty confident we would see some
Varying
snow.
opinions.
Exactly, you got it. It would have been half an eyebrow that would have to been shaved off, and everyone would have seen that. But you're here to make good on your wagers.
That's right, I am. I'm bringing a check today for $500
for the American Heart Association, specifically the Jump Rope for Heart campaign.
I appreciate that. You know, a lot of schools raise money for the American Heart Association around the area. You also have my in-laws that have atrial fibrillation, and my next-door neighbor, Ken Earhart, had a heart attack and survived. So, Zach, great check. I appreciate that from Bird's Eye Printing, too.
You bet.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man. Have a good one, and we'll be back to you. Surprise! That was a fun one. Yeah, she came walking in the room. She was outside with her students. That, by the way, is Mrs. Andrea Jenkins, and that's their 3rd grade class at Jerry Pop Williams Elementary in Farmington. Here you can see Steve Cunningham with GE Lighting. We had the brightest classroom today. We gave them $500. They are going to update their butterfly garden. Greenland Elementary. This is our first time ever in the Greenland School District, and we awarded Mrs. Turner's 1st grade class $500. Yeah, $500. I even paused for the sound. That was me along with Steve Cunningham, and what was really interesting is a parent of one of her students nominated her, so she had absolutely no idea what this is even all about. And there's the kiddos on TV. All right, well, you already had a sneak peek of this, but I do want to show you that here is the tour, the picture tour of what I experienced today. So there's Duke from Bush's Best at the Sam's Club National Barbecue Tour Championship. And
baked beans, they never give up the recipe.
No, he wouldn't. He still never gave it up. Jay and Duke, I saw them down in Little Rock at Riverfest back in 2005. And then, of course, Duck Dynasty's Willie Robertson and Miss Kay were there. They had a huge line. He gave a special shout-out to my daughter. Hope she feels well. She's a little bit under the weather today. Judges' Chambers, that's an inside look at all the judges. Yeah, that's a
confidential.
Exactly. Let me tell you, it is serious business. KCBS sanctioned event, and there you can see my table. Special thanks to Patrick, our table captain, and it was just a great time. But, you know, I became certified in order to judge for that. Gina, it's going to be a lot of fun. If your kids love trains, this is the place to be. It's at the Northwest Arkansas Convention Center, 412 and 540 at the Holiday Inn. You can't miss it. This, by the way, is one of the many layouts that will be here, 14 layouts in all. James Mitchell with Arkansas Live Steamers out of Heber Springs. It's steaming all right. This is a pretty neat deal. And James has been in this for many years. He has a garden railroad at his house. But this is one of the big hits here at the Northwest Arkansas Model Train Show. It takes place from 9 o'clock in the morning until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And someone that loves to see the thunderstorms is Caden Chase, our super weather kid. Caden, how are you doing today?
Good.
You're doing good. So you go to Central Park Elementary, and tell me what grade you're in.
3rd.
You're in the 3rd grade. And what do you like about the weather? What interests you about the weather?
How it can form like tornadoes and how much destruction it can do.
You know, scientists are still baffled at the power that tornadoes have. So you are testing out your skills in front of the green screen. You're going to be doing that here in just a little bit. Are you ready? You excited? Oh, man, he's going to be bringing it here when he gives the 7-day forecast coming up in just a bit. So tell us what you like about the weather, Trevor.
I like about the weather because all the severe thunderstorms, but when it damages something, I'm not happy about that.
No, but you know what? We can't do anything to stop that, so we've got to let people know about it ahead of time, for sure. Boy, I'll tell you, this guy's already seasoned for TV. Here she is, Trinity Pfeiffer from Rogers with your 7-day forecast.
Thanks, Dan. Here's your forecast. On Thursday, we have a high of 75, chance of storms, some may be severe. On Friday, we have a high of 77 and 81 on Saturday. On Sunday, which is Mother's Day, we have a high of 82.
These are the Cub Scouts, Pack 36 from Bentonville.
Wave.
7, 8, and 9-year-olds. Such cute kids.
7, 8, 10, no 9s.
Oh, we have no 10.
I got a tab.
Okay, all right.
7, 8, 10, no 9s. Right, guys?
10, no 9s.
No 9s.
No 9s.
All the parents are
one
too
that's
busy,
practically 8
too busy
with the
filming.
camera.
So, yeah, we've got some stormy weather ahead. We'll talk about the 7-day forecast. We have the Tiger Cubs. We have a couple of Tiger Cubs, and we have mostly Bear Cubs here. This is Pack 5 from Rogers. So everyone wave to the camera. Now, they literally, it's like a whirlwind, figuratively and literally, because we've had them in the break room, in between newscasts, brought them into the studio. That's the way live TV works, so we bring in. You guys having fun so far?
Yeah.
See that green screen over there? you're going to get to try that out a little bit later. How does that sound? They like
they're
that.
excited about it.
Oh, they're really excited. Wow. Jumping up and down. He's got some ups right there.
All right. We'll check in with you in just a bit. Thanks a lot, guys.
Now, from your Northwest Arkansas Weather Authority, Chief Meteorologist Dan Skoff.
Thank you for presenting at a career fair.
Yeah, that was Harp Elementary, and I went to a career fair, and a lot of Springdale schools came by and got to see exactly what I do for a living. Want to give a big shout out to DK and Caden. They're like, make sure you say our names. DK and Caden, what's up? They were really cool. Got to see the tornado machine, learned all about severe weather and weather safety as well. I was at St. Joseph's Catholic School, and this is in Fayetteville. Let's roll the video. There's the 4th grade class, and they learned all about severe weather safety. They had some great questions for me. Of course, I brought the tornado machine that they got to see. We're just going to leave this video up just a little bit so they can see themselves on camera, get the entire classroom right there. Earlier today, I visited Willowbrook Elementary in Bentonville, a beautiful school. It's been there a couple of years. And I'll tell you what, Bentonville is so booming that they have packed the school and it's already filled to its capacity. This is the 2nd grade class with a lot of energy, might I add. And let me tell you, they were a great class. They learned a lot about severe weather safety. I think their favorite was the tornado machine, quickly followed by being on camera. Maybe. Cooper Elementary agreeing. KNWA rocks. That's the 1st grade class, teaching them all about severe weather and severe weather safety. They had a lot of energy, even though it was midweek and the blood moon a couple of nights ago, maybe not getting enough sleep. They were all sorts of fired up, and I wanted to send a big special hello to Cooper Elementary, Mr. Steinspring, Brent Steinspring, and also Christian Hopkins. Remember, he was our super weather kid. Yeah, you remember him. So very, very cool guys at the 1st grade class at Cooper Elementary. Hey, we got a weather bug camera there as well. Mr. Steinspring making sure it's always up and running. Let's go to our graphics here, and we'll put this into motion. This is a time lapse this morning. You might even catch me walking in at about 9:30 in the morning, and you can see a beautiful day with lots of sunshine. But look at the flags in the background. They were blowing around pretty good from the wind. 61 degrees for the high temperature. That's the current temperature. And there's that wind gust at 30 miles an hour. We always love when our schools are connected to the weather bug. It gives them information about the weather. They can also learn more about it. So great partnership with Cooper.